But we can only use it for strobe rehab. I think it's very, we don't have anything like that here.
Is the trail, is that left over from the initial, or is that money made?
That
Is this a
is, what is it? What's the amount of?
2.9 place.
That is,
Yes,
what's
money
left
that
over, money that was made, and then also the money from the grant.
press lady today.
It's
So
added.
time
Said he
frame,
gave her
that's
5 minutes. Or
Yeah,
something
that's
at his
one time.
office. Hopefully it went okay. And I said,
Alright.
anything's better than nothing.
Yeah.
You know, that's just that your family, that her family.
Well, most of them, it's me.
The older lady is reporting on 14. Early 50s, maybe. She shares the reports. Done a pretty good job. I didn't like, she's gonna have a thing to us at 11 o'clock or 12 o'clock. Wanting to-
Yeah.
Okay,
And stuff.
I'm out of town. Rachel's working. You don't want to talk to her.
You don't want to sell the place on the backside?
I don't know.
Golf
I'm
balls?
almost sure the phone.
That's where I grew up.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
In that house.
Yeah.
That made it
My
all-
mom,
Fish are all gone or
had a
what?
lot of good memories there. Yeah, we built a pole barn, and when me and my mom moved in with it, it was just like one single house with the upstairs. Then they added the porch and all that.
Yeah, you can taping.
No, I'm a bar.
Video.
It's set up to go start at 6.
Left when I was 19.
Should we make a
Then they moved out.
in a minute?
Sorry. Mom and Richard moved out at Lake House. Oh.
A bunch of the other ones, they just let it go.
Here's the question.
Like 8 years.
Since it's difficult for us to get going at 6 o'clock for various reasons. Why don't we put 6:15? Is there any reason not to just start doing 6:15?
I don't have any, I would just have to advertise it.
Other from 6:30, I don't know if they do like that. Do you have any issues if we start our meetings at 6:15?
No.
Is that
Oh, is that just because I'm?
No, well, she runs late when she has to work.
I work out of town every
shows
day.
6:17.
I mean,
That's okay.
Well, that's okay. Then I'll make an announcement, you know, he's still not here and we move the meeting dates to accommodate his schedule.
I'm sorry. I don't have a problem with any of that. Whatever you.
Well, I don't know why we haven't done that before. It's always hectic to get going at 6 o'clock. And you know, it only takes 2 or 3 years of that bottle through my brain to say, hey, why don't we just move the meeting back? Eventually, I will. Steel trap. It's just roughing.
A little rusty.
As long as you don't hit it again.
I did last week
You did it again?
up in my barn. Breathe outside. So I'm up underneath that, you know, the barn door.
Yeah.
And we got like a 2x8 header going across.
Yeah.
I'm in that little space. I stood straight up and didn't think about it.
It's the same place you hit it last time, or not last time, but like 2 times ago?
No, that was out in the farm. That was out in Lynnville. Just knocked me down on the floor.
I swear if you shaved your head, it would all be like everywhere.
I sit up and I laugh. It's just, you're in that gap. You don't think. It's a problem. You good? You good, folks?
I'm good.
Good. Good. Okay, December 2nd. It's to be a council meeting that we're getting ready to go forward with. Remind everybody out there that these are being live broadcast on YouTube and recorded. So try not to speak over each other if we get to that point. No screaming, no yelling, no profanities, all that good stuff. And here's something else. Oh, when you speak, don't mind, come up to the podium and say your name out loud so we can get that on the transcripts. Okay. At this point, we will call this meeting to order at 6:06. And we'll start with a pledge of allegiance. Y'all mind standing? If not, we- I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay, Brian Cook. Present. Mike Mitchell. Michael May. Chris Wisher.
Here.
Lori Stokas.
Here.
Rachel Titzer.
Present.
Doris Horn.
Present.
Dave Goldenberg. Present. Have you had a chance to read the minutes of November 12th, 2025?
I'll make a motion to approve the minutes from November the 12th, 2025 through November the 18th of 2025.
I second that.
Motion made by Doris and seconded by Rachel. And that's for both. We have to have separate motions. Okay, so that's for November 12th right now that we're going
Okay,
through.
I'll make a motion to approve the minutes from November the 12th, 2025.
Rachel seconded that. Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Motion passes. November 18th.
I'll make a motion to approve the minutes from November the 18th, 2025.
I'll second that.
First and Rachel again, first and second. All in favor?
Aye.
Motion passes. Minutes of November 18th have been approved. Approval of our current bills. Have you all had a chance to look through our current bills from November 19th, 2025 through December 2nd, 2025?
I'll make a motion to approve the current bills from November the 19th, 2025 through December the 2nd of 2025.
I second that.
Motion made by Doris, seconded by Rachel. All in favor?
Aye.
Motion passes. Treasury report for December 2025. General operating $29,775.57. MVH $80,446. Lit $74,053.06. Public safety $146,847.12. Public improvements $25,148.89. 1882 venue $695.67. Community center $3,661.15. Fire department $231,889.52. Park $110,784.76. Utilities operating a negative $41,782.47. Opioid settlement $3,629.20. The Tecumseh Trail has $72,912.73. Budget status reports. Do that. And are there any questions? Basically, it's all about the same as what we were. One more month's worth of expenses going in. Um, there's some funds available to still use and be divided up. We will be working on, myself and Lori are gonna work on budgets tomorrow. And try to give you a better idea where we actually will be at the end of this year. Anybody have any questions? Um, project funding,
The only thing that changed on project funding is DCMG, the roads been paid, and then there was a payment for the Tecumseh lighting.
yeah, the Commonwealth, which we.
Correct.
Right,
Yes.
okay, so that's all just flowing right through as it should. Anybody has any question on any of that? Main Street project bond requisitions. Anything new to that? Did we pay anything this?
No, nothing was added onto that. The requisition number 4 was sent off to the bond, and there has not been any expenditures out of that. Nothing's been paid. Nothing's happened with that.
Feeling we got a funding still of 108,000. But we had a little more than that. Am I reading that wrong?
Also still waiting on a refund.
So we've got 108,000, but we got a $66,000 refund coming in. Duke said that they had sent that. We haven't received it yet.
No,
It's going back to the bond company, as I
They're-
understood it.
it was easier for them just to send it to me and me do it because
So it appears that we still got, that's 66 and 108, and that's $175,000 sitting in that fund. Any questions? Brian Cook, got anything for us tonight?
No,
No? Do you want to make a mention of the, smoke test 47? Or do you want to kind of wait till until he actually has the report?
The address report, but we're gonna have 57 locations that will have to do repairs. 57.
57.
20 of them are actually in the town park, and 37 of them are Meat Valley and Deer Lane.
And actually, that's less than what we kind of
Yes.
anticipated, so
Uh,
that number may scare us a little bit, but
And, I mean, there's
you know, it
12
hasn't been done.
12 broken cleanouts throughout the town. There's 15 broken cleanouts in Mead Valley. I mean, I've got the list. If you guys want to look at it, it doesn't have the addresses and the photos to go with it yet. It's just the findings.
In Commonwealth will be presenting a report for that. Okay. Purchase order report, there's nothing for you to mention on that, I assume. This is what we've been doing and buying, that's all listed. Okay, we'll move to, Mike Mistel, Town Marshal. Mike's not here. He has made it known that he will be submitting his resignation. Chris, I'm going to look towards you. You say, what do we need to do, if anything, on how to continue our funding from the state funds that we get for that? If there's requirements saying we've got X amount of days to rehire, advertise, hire, whatever we have to do.
You know what funds, the state funds, what do you mean?
Public safety.
Public safety.
Oh, the
Yeah.
public safety lit?
Mhm.
I don't think there's anything special about the public safety lit other than it's able to be spent on that sort of thing.
Yeah, we do that.
We'll double check, myself and Lori double check. We got questions, we will contact.
Yeah, I can look at it, but I think as far as,
I just want to make sure that we don't lose funding because we didn't dot an I or cross a T.
And you're the one that
Forward.
reports the funding, don't you, Lori?
Yes.
The Gateway anyway.
Yes.
Yeah,
If
I
we're already
think it-
funded through June,
yeah, we're already funded, well, yeah, we're funded for next year, and then you report it June 30th, and then you report it again
you're
12/31.
talking about the public safety, local income tax money that we
Yeah.
get, which you get a portion of the, right now, what the county approves.
right.
You get that money, no matter, I mean, you're gonna
Yeah.
get that funding, doesn't
I
matter.
just don't want them
You're
coming
just
back
you're
to
just-
us and saying.
Well, that's a question,
"You don't have-
and
you
that's
don't
gonna
have that
happen
person now,
for
I want
sure,
that
and-
money back.
uh,
I can't afford that.
fair enough. Excuse me.
Any other questions about that? And then we'll have to discuss the avenue and. Michael May's not here. Residential business, moving to that, we got a wastewater adjustment request for $501.64 for a repair of the water, it says is leaking outside the home. States it did not go into the sewer. They're requesting that portion get reimbursed back. And we got a copy of I thought I saw a copy of the invoice.
Yeah, there's
We
a
have a
copy.
copy of the invoice showing that it has been taken care of and paid.
Pictures.
If the council is so moved to approve that request, I would entertain a motion.
Make a motion to approve the wastewater adjustment request for $501.64 at 12350 Kitty Lane.
I'll second that.
Motion made by Rachel, seconded by Doris. All in favor?
Aye.
That passes. We've got a cancellation of a lease at 12665 East 1025 South, Oakland City, Indiana, by Thule is the lease holder. And then we're gonna follow that up on a lease transfer to Bates. Do we need to ask Thule to step up there? Any questions?
Mark Tool.
Hey, Mark, how are you? Just a cancellation, it's pretty straightforward.
I make a motion to approve the cancellation of the lease at 12665 East 1025 South Oakland City, Indiana 47619. For Mark Thule?
47660. 47660.
Zero, sorry.
I'll second that.
Motion made
Yeah.
by Rachel, seconded by Doris, all in favor.
Aye.
See you, Mark.
Thanks, I enjoyed it.
We're glad you could come out. Nice warm weather out there. Okay, now we're trying to transfer the lease of the same 12665 East 1025 South Oakland City, Indiana 47660 to Bates. You can step up, and I'm sure someone's gonna ask you a question. We're gonna make you answer this one. Yes.
Steady.
Uh-oh, where are you in
Do
trouble?
you have any questions for us first concerning your lease?
I can't think of anything yet.
So you read and understood it and no questions.
You do realize if you take down any trees, it has to come down in front of the council. And then you realize that if you add anything, make any improvements whatsoever, still needs to come in front of the council.
Having said that, and with the affirmative, I would entertain a motion to do a lease transfer.
I make a motion to approve the lease transfer of 12665 East 1025 South Oakland City, Indiana 47660 to Wade R. the Bates. And I'll second that motion.
Motion moved by Rachel and seconded by Doris. All in favor?
I,
Motion passes. Welcome.
Welcome to the party.
And
I
she's-
forgot to
you may
give you
have
this
some
earlier.
signature- You got the signatures all
Yep,
done? everything?
signatures are done.
All
And I'll send you copies of that once it's all signed and things. All right, thank you.
Last item on the agenda is,
Is I'm done?
Yeah, you done? Thank you. No, you can go.
Okay.
no worry.
Thank you. See you.
Yeah.
Time down the road.
Have a good evening. Diana's here to speak about, her building. Let's see what she's got, if you don't mind stepping up and telling us your, concerns.
Okay. As you all know, I own the property next to the fire department. My name is Diana Weisheit. I have a problem and hope you can help me find a solution. And this is the first time I am addressing this. But it's been an issue for a very long time. Every time there's an event at the community center or fire department, my parking lot fills up with people parking on my property. It seems that there's an event, people think they can use my lot. This happens with weddings, baby showers, group meetings, and any other big events you rent to. I am trying to run a business on my property and keeping my clients' parking spaces is not right. We also take walk-ins and when we can, and people will not come and the lot is full. This hurts my business and my girls working with me. I don't want to be a bad guy about this. Also, I don't want my property to be disrespected or be responsible for damages or trespassers. Also, we want to remind everybody or tell you that my family has been in law enforcement going back 4 generations, including my grandparents, my uncle, my brother-in-law, and my son. Also, I have family members that are volunteer firemen and have 2 family members right now. We're still working as them. So first off, I do support these honorable members. I also love my town and its people and proud of how the town is growing and its beautification. I'm also very proud of my daughter and how she's worked hard to improve it. Now to my problems. First off, why was the location of the National Hideout moved? The Tuesday night of this event, I was coming home from a funeral in St. Louis and past my salon. Property looked like a used car lot with cars everywhere. It was totally full of cars. I counted at least 15 before I passed just in the front row. I was never contacted or asked to use the property. And as your lawyer can tell you, this is trespassing on private property. It rained all that day and on and off. And for the next day, there were ruts all through the property. I do have pictures to show you. Second, there was an event that during my working hours actually blocked my lot with yellow cones. This is when they were doing the road. My clients didn't know if I was closed or what to do. This is my business and my clients come first. This was at 8:30 in the morning. After my client asked, they let her in. And then she couldn't park in front of the building. Even my handicap parking lot was used. Third, I've had big trucks and workers parking my drive and blocking my entrances to the building. Some were surveyors from such places when the park during the work that was done out there for the new section. Main Street, Center Point, road pavers, semis going through. The list goes on and on. Had to replace the culvert to my drive twice because it's been damaged or the end has collapsed. So from the big trucks they've been pulling in. This is not cheap and I'm constantly hauling rock because of trucks, semis, ETMs, or golf carts, flipping my rocks or large trucks grounding rocks into the ground. And rock is not cheap. None of this should be on my property. Your property is public, let them park there. There's constantly ruts in my husband. My husband was bringing in the tractor to roll down and reseed the grass because it has died or it's burnt from vehicles. This is time consuming and costly. He prides himself on trying to keep the lawn looking nice. I had an issue with the road being paved. And let me say, first off, it was not Metzger's. Where a client drove in and a worker came into my salon and was yelling in his face and threatening at my team client for driving into my driveway. So they were getting ready to pave and were blocking off all of Peach Street. No one said a word to me, and I'd already started working, and some of my clients had already arrived without seeing anything. At that point, I called the police and my husband, and it upset several clients already there. They then became concerned about being able to leave. This was a large, muscular guy threatening a small teenager in my salon on my property. The minute he left and told the police on the way. Thankfully, he left, but with a horrible, mouthy attitude. Extremely bad language came out of him. No harm was to anybody. Yes, the police supposedly talked to him and his boss. I have no actual proof of that, that it actually took place. The cones were moved to allow me and my clients to go on with their appointments. Also, one time people were told to use my dumpster for their trash. This has been stopped. There was a problem. There was free use of my dumpster, which is also illegal. Your property there is public. You get funds to maintain your property. I do not. Also, one other fact I want you all to be aware of. Several years ago, I offered a very fair price to sell my property to the town. And I would build a sign on Main Street, and I was turned down because the board, it's different from you guys, all you board members. This was a long time ago. Wanted to leave the town their own legacy by building this building. And now they still want to use my property free without any consideration to me, my staff, my clients, my liability, my upkeep, or my business. I'm sorry to say that it still comes up in my mind when this stuff happens. So in all fairness, I've come to you to help me find a solution to this major problem. I'm at an age where I will not be able to continue working forever. I feel this is very devaluating to my property. I'm asking for solutions. And it is your property that is causing the problems. I feel you need to help me with the solutions. I have some pictures I'd also like to show you all. Of the ruts. And this was from a small event. What people were part. So it's not from any of the big major events where I gave approval to. And I'm not asking for an answer tonight. I know this all needs to be thought about. I need your help. I legally don't know what to do, and I don't really want to hire a lawyer and get involved. I want to be a good guy.
Okay,
I need help.
I don't believe you need to hire a lawyer to get involved. I think we can address some of this ourselves. I do appreciate you coming in and outlining this, because there's some things that's happened there that I was not aware of. I had no idea the paving, as a for instance, or I'm really upset that someone told people to use your dumpster. That should not be happening.
That was taken care of. That was told to people when they started renting not to do it anymore, and a dumpster's been put there, so that's totally been taken care of.
Okay,
But these are issues through the.
we will,
that I had.
I've got it. I will print out a list of your concerns. We will talk together and try to see what we feel like would be a positive solution for you. And then I will meet with you and go with you and say, here's what we're doing, here's what we're thinking. That's okay with the rest of the board, or council, sorry.
Yeah.
I have no problem with us putting up a sign that says this is private property. If you give us permission to put up a sign that says this is private property, no
I've never
trespassing.
wanted to do that because I always felt it would turn people away,
Yeah,
make people angry at me. I've been in a hard place here with the business.
people, and I understand that, but people today, nowadays, they think everything is theirs.
Mhm.
And
And I've
why
had
they
very
think it's
few
okay.
people ask me to use my property.
Yeah, why they think it's okay to park their cars there, I have no clue.
Sign there may delineate if it's not clear to people what's public, what's private. that
Maybe
Beyond this point, it's private or into public property or something like that. Lots of things we could do.
Going the other direction, we may need to be a little bit more proactive. And if nothing else, tie a rope down the property there. So again, not to make it your problem, but to try to
Well, it's
stop.
our problem,
I'm-
because some of it I have had to handle, such as the guy
I was
coming in and all
sitting-
that,
I
but.
was, yeah, I was sitting in the community center today at, I don't know, 2 o'clock, something like that. And I watched a white van pull into your lot. They did something. I don't know who it is. Maybe even been you. I have no idea.
No, I have no
And,
advantage.
then they drove straight across the grass from your parking lot into our parking lot and went out. Do they think that there's rock there?
Try
I
big
don't
semis
know.
doing that.
Yeah,
Try big
yeah.
construction trucks doing that.
yeah, but
I
I
see it
watched it,
happen a lot too.
I kind of
do.
chuckled and
Parking
said,
lot to
Well,
park.
are they,
yeah,
Not going around.
what are they thinking about? So, and we've had trouble with trucks pulling into the fire station, knocking the flood
Mhm.
as they don't supposed to turn in there. So there's no way we can totally stop them. We can try to do things. You're,
But we can definitely address it from our renter standpoint, making it very clear in the rental agreement that, this is the property that is parked on, this is private property. If you park over there, your guests park over there, you're subject to be towed.
There
My
used
problem
to
with
be
that is
signs
too, I
whenever Dr. Barnett was there. There were signs put up when the community center and he was built there. And they literally pulled them up out of the ground and threw them off to the side.
anything I put out, Christmas decorations, Halloween, you name it.
Mm-hmm.
okay.
It's, yeah,
We are
I get
going, we are taking you seriously.
thank you.
We will work on a solution and we will come to a combined solution with you on what we're gonna do and how we're gonna do it and everyone's gonna get happy. Okay?
Appreciate that. Because I think it's a benefit to both of us.
Yeah, well.
Especially if we can stop the big semis and the heavy trucks and or things they can pull in and just park it or go across.
If you see a big semi pull in there, if you got your cell phone, take a
Well, the
picture
one
of it.
time we did have,
Send it to me and I'll get the town marshal to.
well, I was told the last time I called the cops because there was a car that was vacated there.
Mhm.
And I called them and wanted to tow it. They told me I'd have to pay for it. Unless I waited 72 hours before they would take it or remove it.
Pointing to you, do you know anything about Warwick County's rules and regs on towing?
Not off the top of my head.
Okay, we'll find out.
It could be right. I mean, it could be right.
Yeah.
Maybe you can
I'll
get it
make
back
that-
out of the person, but it could be right that you can have them towed, but that's at your,
It would cost me
it's at your expense.
unless I waited 72 hours and then
can
at that
look
point
into
in
that.
time, they would take it as an abandoned vehicle.
Look into that. Yeah, can I put a boot on it? Is that getting the town in liability issues? If we boot the doggone thing. Just on that. We'll work on it, okay? Okay, we'll work on
Thank
it.
you
And,
for
and I will try to get back to you
Thank you, guys. Appreciate it.
sometime the next 3 years. Yeah, it'd be.
I've been there 20, so, or 25, so. I just thought at this point it needed to be.
No, again, you brought some things to light that I was not aware of.
People are getting more bold.
In there.
Yes, that's been the issue and my clients are upset when they see cars parked through there, where they can't get in or just said, one of them couldn't even get in because they put cones there.
You said that was not Metzger. Do you know who that was?
It's when they came Beach Street. There was not this.
Was it on your?
Well, that part of Peach Street was done
Yeah, like,
previously before I was on. Was that Metzger too? Or do you know?
Metzger's was.
Or was that the
this was
people out of
not-
Huntingburg?
I don't know, I don't remember
That might have been the
There
people out of
was.
Huntingburg.
I think there was some issues with that company anyway, so.
Yeah, I think that's where they came from. Hopefully you didn't have that issue, or won't have that issue when we come through and do things. But again, the town can be a little bit more proactive when we know something's going on there to make contact with you and at least inform you.
Well, and the same with like all of these companies, they're putting in Main Street.
Good luck
Right
with,
through
good
Crowley.
luck with Main Street.
Well,
We got our
We've run them
problems
off
with them
twice.
too. They just come in and dig up our roads and pop cable through them. That's
well, and put poles down, and I'm not sure if the poles on me or on the fire department, but they threw one there and fully dug up around it, and nobody knew anything about it until it was done.
That is a major issue that
Yes.
we also don't have control over because they don't have to come.
I
through.
just mentioned them because they were one of
One.
the few of the names I knew off the track.
Yeah. Okay.
So, okay, thank you.
No
Les.
problem. If you ever see anything going on during the day, feel free to call me at home. I'm 5 minutes away. I can come up and see what's going on and try to help you out.
Thank you. During your life.
And we have cameras.
Well, I have plenty of pictures. These are just the three I thought were like. So if you want more, I'll see what else I can come up with. But I think this is enough to just prove my point.
I think we're good.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you, Diane.
Thank you.
Thank you. Have a good evening.
The cold one.
Yeah. It's gonna get colder. Okay. Old business, town strategic plan, we're still sitting on with Commonwealth. New business, there's nothing there. Nobody has any new business. Chris, do you have anything you want to speak about?
I can think of.
Clerk treasurer, she wants to tell us about the LTAP management plan. Has that been turned in? I see. It looks like.
Yeah, I went ahead and did it.
I thought, is that the one for Amir?
Yeah, we still have to do the work.
Okay.
He just validates it.
Okay.
But I already have all the credentials to validate it, so I had already done it.
And one of the questions that came up was the streets up in the park, and we haven't really done anything to formalize those yet to see if we can include those, is my understanding, Chris. I think
Right,
that's
but I
something we
think,
gotta
I
talk
think
about.
we would do it through Amir, through that
Yes.
office.
Yes.
And I think we
We're
just,
probably
and
not-
Aaron sent me some information, so I can get it out. We can figure out what we need to do to get it moving so that we're on the list for some time.
It's 2 years or so before we can even pave that new area. Is that correct, Rachel? You recall?
Yeah.
So
He said-
it's not
yeah.
crucial.
Don't tell me that.
Well, I know.
Mhm.
Chris, I need it tomorrow.
Okay,
But
that's the same
You
as
know.
being not crucial. It gets the same response.
yeah. So we can get that all taken. Those couple of
Right.
questions on the.
It's on the list and
And
we'll work through
inside
it, but we'll get it.
And the 2 years goes back to DNR of the settling.
Okay.
That's what
That's
it-
what you're
yeah.
talking about. The 2 years is
He
something that,
said not to do anything like that for at least 2 years. Let it settle. Because they'll still be coming back. You know, they came back this summer and did repairs of what had settled already. So they continue to watch it as well.
We will keep you posted on that and the streets inside. If we can.
Okay.
Okay. Upcoming. Oh, yes.
Yeah, I have something else.
Go ahead.
So, with our NDOT grant money, you had made all those calls to try to get them to automatically put it into the correct accounts. Well, we just got another one. It didn't go, so if you guys could just make a note of it, that the NDOT $52,717.76, which was for the relocation of the water line, is the last payment of it. It went into general instead of utilities. I just
But
need-
it didn't go into fire territory this
They
time.
go to fire territory.
So there we
Yeah.
go.
There we go.
Yeah,
That's a plus.
I've actually put that request in so many times over the last 8 years. I just,
That's just an appropriations thing.
Yeah.
At the meeting or whatever.
yeah, so, but wanted to put it in the meeting, so
Yeah.
Got it.
it just came in today, so
Okay.
that's why it's not on the agenda.
Are you talking about the upcoming tree lighting, or is Rachel talking about that, or? We just got dates.
It's just
There's the date, there's the dates for the tree lighting, the breakfast with the Grinch. The town hall is closed for Christmas except for Lori and New Year's Day.
the day after Christmas also. But yeah, I'll probably still be here too.
Okay, before, I probably should have done that back up in new business or old business. I just want to mention on Lynnville Park updates, I went ahead and printed out a copy of action items and outline of what we talked about at that one meeting. And I'm just pointing this out that I have not received anything from our person on any of it. And I was told we would have a budget by December 1st, and I haven't seen that either. And I think I'm going to have to respond one of these days and request something back again. But I'm just pointing this out at this point. I don't want to make an issue of it other than making you aware. I have not received anything. So when it comes to the park budget, we're going to be totally guessing. And if they come in and they want things done, they're going to have to justify it. I don't know what a new guard shack or whatever they
Right.
talked about.
And that's not a bad
Last pass. I don't know what
It's not a bad place to be when you're, because it's in the budget. I mean, you'll have oversight over those things and you can appropriate them if you decide to do them. And I mean, from a
I
procedural
I
standpoint,
understand
but I
that, but
think you want a plan.
They got to understand that they still got to come through us, and we have to take things, and it's not at their will.
Right.
And that also goes for employees down there and hours and all that, which we still haven't gotten any answers, I believe, on what we requested about that. For whatever it's worth, I'm just throwing that out. Rachel, you got anything?
You have the tree lighting on Saturday at 4 o'clock. Hopefully the tree will be up. Be up? Okay. All right. I don't know if you want to discuss the recent rate increase, the impact it has had on the community. It was a lot.
We can go into it a little bit,
But,
just so it's in official minutes, that we
yeah.
recognize that they have issues, but we also recognize that most people that were complaining did not come to our town meetings that we had on it. I'm not sure what you can do about that.
No.
But we are cognizant of the fact that it went up, of which it's going up in all surrounding communities also, and they may not know that yet.
Yeah.
But it's going to hit everybody.
Mhm.
It's not just us. It's our state mandating certain things and items saying you have to do it a certain way. And we're just following the laws.
Right.
And we're forced to follow the laws.
It's a matter of cost and expense of running the utility, and you have to have the revenues to run the utility, and that's where you get the revenues. I did speak with a reporter today, 14 News, that reached out to you guys, I think, and so I've already received a text of a nice screenshot of my ugly mug on TV, so it's out there, I guess, but just explaining the best I can in concise terms.
Well, you can.
But it's a matter of expense and nothing inappropriate going on. It is what it is.
It's not the deep state, and we're not hurting people's pockets.
But it is.
No.
I mean, I think it's important to recognize, having been through a lot of this over the years, and it is happening in a lot of places, that it is hard on folks, and folks that maybe weren't paying attention, or even if they were, sometimes you don't realize it till you get it, and it is, not by design at all, but it's a tough time to be, we've just approved a rate increase. Others are doing the same thing at this time. There's no good time for it, but I think it's to recognize that there's no good time for it, and there's never a good time for it, but it is what it is.
It is what it is.
So you didn't have much of a choice.
So,
If they do have questions, I know Megan would be more than happy to answer them, but they also have to be patient with her, because she is quite overwhelmed this week with all of it. But I know that she will do her best to return calls and provide information as quickly as she can.
If I could help at all, she can, I mean, I don't know if she gets a question or somebody's, suggesting that something we're doing isn't right, or we didn't follow the rules. That happens. People would even, whatever they pull out, these days, you pull something, they may get it out of Google or out of AI or something, ChatGPT, and it may or may not be right. So if she needs help on anything, happy to do that.
Has anything been done with the trucks at the park as far as ones that are sitting there?
January 1, I believe, is when
Okay.
it's planned
Okay.
on going out to auction.
Double check.
And dry erase that?
Yes.
Okay.
Other cameras, any luck getting anything for the cameras for Main Street?
No, not yet. I've been swamped by other things. And it's on my agenda to look
I
at.
just.
But I don't have any budget money either, so I'm trying to figure all that out. Once I get budgets figured out or somewhat figured out, maybe this week, then we can see if we've got funds available to do that this year, or if we need to move it to next year early. Though, if we decide, looking at Chris, lit money, I said that out of public safety, I was hoping that we could pay for those cameras out of public safety.
We pay for our block cameras out of public
Which,
safety.
which camera?
Block.
Our block cameras we pay for out of public safety.
What are those?
We have at the park,
Okay.
each entrance.
Okay. Yeah, I actually have something to send you just with what the definition, all the information about what it means to be public safety, that we can work it in there, we can work it in there.
That's what I need to do. I've got money in that fund.
And the only other thing, just, so I don't forget about it, with Diane sitting here, this has been going on for a long, long time. And, would we have any of the big rocks left over, stones from the, fall area that we could even line up?
We have a ton of them. Now moving them might be another obstacle, but we have piles of them.
Anything you can do to delineate it. Maybe just not up here, I don't know. They do what they do. To delineate a barrier there and make it.
I mean, it can be nicely landscaped around those blocks or rocks, and it's not an eyesore. Understand?
Terrific stuff.
So the public is getting bolder and bolder, and,
How much are stop strips?
I don't know, I just use them.
We can throw some of those out on the ground. That'd deter people. I'm sorry, I shouldn't be saying that, but
like I said, it's just been going on for a long, long time, and it's pretty sad whenever they will actually pick up some of the signs, we thought years ago that would deter them, and they just picked them up, threw them off to the side, so I can see your concern, and something needs to be done, because, pay for someone falling, and there'll be a lawsuit, and it's not her fault.
I agree.
So,
It's not her liability, shouldn't be,
no,
and we are eventually a little bit culpable if we're not telling our renters that they can't go there, even though we don't tell our renters that they can't park across the street, they can't come down here and park in this lot,
and
Since it's been drawn as a concern, we need to address it within our rental agreements.
right. So otherwise, I don't have anything. Those were my main things for sharing.
I don't have a whole lot other than, and I'm just making Chris aware, I did have a person come in on the letters that we sent out.
Yeah.
And I can talk to you about that, where they said they're not going to call you, they don't need to tell me anything. They're gonna do whatever they damn well, excuse the French, wanna do. And they're going to open up some other business there, which I basically said, well, that's fine. You can open up a business there. Just make sure it's all permitted correctly and the building is and, could repair. Then they walked out.
Okay.
So FYI. Um, no business from the floor? No, I don't care. You have anything? Either one of you? No?
I want to thank
Okay.
Tom and his accomplice who was helping you.
Employee Pat Denny. He's been working the deer shop with us.
Well, thank you both for warming up the concrete and finishing it for the benches for the veterans. So, um,
And what company actually did the concrete pour? Did they end up donating that?
Typical AMT, they kind of beat me around the bush a little bit, so I went with Concrete Supply. They were super responsive. I waited like 2 days on A&T, so I called Concrete Supply and they got it to me quick. And
Okay. Well, if we need to send out a thank you, I was going to make sure we did that, but
David Enterprise was working on getting it donated, and once it made it up the chain, they kind of nipped it in the butt. But
okay,
local,
not a problem. I just wanted to acknowledge them if they did it.
well, we appreciate you donating your time and effort to do that. Help make that improvement possible. So,
benches will be installed hopefully the next few days. I got concrete blankets on it now, so the frost won't get to it. But hopefully cool though. But Saturday's the tree lighting, right?
yeah.
So we put in. I think the town guy's gonna help me, right? They're pretty heavy benches.
4 o'clock.
Okay.
So get them in there by 3:59. Okay, anything else from anybody? If not,
I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
motion to adjourn made by Doris,
I'll second it.
seconded by Rachel. I will, doesn't matter to me. All in favor? Aye. The meeting is officially adjourned at 6:52. Thank you all.